The reluctance of Americans to spend during this holiday season is creating an economic ripple effect all across the globe, from the U.S. to Asia and into Europe. We have 3 reports tonight, beginning with John Blackstone in San Francisco.
In toy stores, 'tis the season to lure shoppers with big bargains.
I see a lot of things that are on clearance that I know if they weren't, I wouldn't be able to afford it the way the economy is right now.
Retailers have long considered Christmas toy sales recession-proof.
This is maybe what is on sale. Go price that, please.
But now, many consumers like Julie Gallagher are watching their spending.
Last year was a big year. This year we're definitely cutting back.
Last year, with worries about toys from China contaminated with high levels of lead, consumers cut spending on toys by 5%, and toy store sales dropped by $600 million. This year, it's the economy bringing worries, and one recent survey found 36% of consumers intend to spend less on toys. Still, kids may do better than others on the gift list.
Spending a little less on my wife and spending on that, but you know, your kids, you can't cut your kids too much, can you?
In a world economy so interconnected, all those decisions made in America's toy stores are sending out ripples that have consequences around the world. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
This is Celia Hatton in Dongguan, southern China, where those consequences are being felt in the real Santa's workshop, which once produced 80% of the world's toys. If sales drop in America, that directly impacts our company, frets this factory manager. Manufacturers struggled after last year's toxic toy recalls, and economic gloom in the U.S. means more orders are being canceled. The result? Over half the region's toy makers have closed. An estimated 2.7 million workers will lose their jobs.
The toy industry isn't the only sector facing tough times in southern China. Fewer toys manufactured means fewer boxes are needed to pack them in. So cardboard companies are taking a big hit, too, in this global recession.
China was once the world's biggest buyer of waste paper, making items from children's books to fancy gift boxes. Now it's downsizing orders from recycling centers in the West. Our customers aren't sure of the future, explains this packaging company's CEO. We're waiting before purchasing supplies. So uncertainty reigns this December. China's lost its appetite for raw materials, and the hunger pangs can be felt around the world. Celia Hatton, CBS News, Dongguan, southern China.
This is Richard Roth in England, where China's demand for paper helped make recycling a profitable business. Almost half the 9 million tons of waste paper and cardboard collected here each year is exported to China and the Far East. They don't call this trash, it's a commodity. But now it's losing value with every cardboard box the Chinese no longer need to make. A year ago, they were selling a 1-ton bale of this British cardboard to China for the equivalent of $144. Now it's dropped to just $22.50, which the British say is hardly enough to cover the cost of collecting, sorting, and baling the stuff.
It's happened before where there's been a depression, but not as strongly as this, not as quickly as this, and I feel it's not going to be as prolonged as this.
And if it's not worth selling, paper recyclers say it'll have to be stored or buried in landfill, where another price will be paid in damage to the environment. Richard Roth, CBS News, Shropshire, England.